A sister asked a question about the niqab. It is obligated or voluntarily. Every time we receive a question, we need to go back to the Quran and the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ. But before going to the Sahih Hadith, we need to look at the Quran. If there's a direct commandment of Allah, then we have the clear answer from the Quran, so we don't need the further investigation. So there is a not different conflict between some scholars. Some of the scholars say it is allowed to leave your face open, and some of the scholars said it is being obligated. But if you look at the Quran, we have a very clear and evidence from the Quran, where it says Surah Ahzab verse number 59, where Allah said, Ya ayyuhan nabi kulli azwajikum wa banatikum wa nisa'al mu'minin. And in here there is three women that are being called. Number one, the wives of the Prophet, his daughters, and nisa'al mu'minin. And who are the nisa'al mu'minin? Our women. All the Muslim Ummah women is the third category in that verse. They are being called to draw their veils over you, so you should not be recognized and you're not being molested by the non-mahram. Let's understand something. Let me give an example so you'll get my point, what I'm talking about. A woman goes outside, the one who has a niqab and one who does not have a niqab. Who do you think the non-mahrams walking around on the street will look at? The one who is under the niqab or the one who is without the niqab? So by naturally they will look at the one whose face is being open, and they are being attracted. So take a note of this. When those women are walking around, by naturally non-mahram will even taking a first glance, it will come in their heart as she's a beautiful, or she's like that, or she's like that. So the first glimpse is the face of a woman. So when the Quran says in Surah Ahzab verse number 59, Allah said, draw their veils over you. So in some of the Mufassirs and some of the Tafsir, where it says that draw their veils over your face, so you should not be recognized and being molested. This is the correct interpretation. It is a correct opinion. So because when you draw the veil over you, nobody can understand, nobody will know like who's behind the veil. So according to the Quran, it is obligated for the woman to draw the veil over their face and the body, so they should not be recognized and molested. Do you think anybody who is being covered completely into the niqab and who is being totally in Islamic niqab and the hijab are being attracted to the non-mahrams? The one who has been open face or wearing a clothing, and just by the open face she's walking around, who is the one do you think the non-mahrams will look at them and know who will become the target in among them? So by naturally the one whose face is open, because even her face is open, is being attracting to a non-mahram. Like for example, now there's some woman who say, I don't look beautiful, who's gonna look at me? It's not like that. Nobody look at it. We have to look at what Allah says. If Allah says, even I have seen there's an 80 years old, 90 years old woman who has been completely niqab, because we have to look at what the Quran says. If the Quran says draw the veil, so you should not be recognized and you should not be molested and people will not look at you, so that's what the Quran says. You draw the veil on your face and your body, so you should not be recognized. So by naturally, if your face is open, everybody can see you. You're walking around who you are. But for example, if you have a niqab on, who cares? You're walking around, nobody looks at you. So this is the point. So I agree with those scholars who says niqab is obligated, because we have a clear evidences from the Quran. Because where Allah says there's three categories of women, kulli azwajikum wa banatikum wa nisa'al mu'minin, and that is the entire Muslim women of a Muslim ummah. They are being obligated to draw their veil, so you should not be molested. And how do you get molested, and how do you get the target of the wolves walking around? They're looking for the targets, and who's going to be the target? Definitely the one whose face is open. And that person, the non-mahram, is walking around. By naturally, if that non-mahram put the first glimpse on you, they will look it again. Like if he's a non-Muslim, definitely he will keep staring at you. He will keep looking at you. He will give you a smile. He will try to set up something. His bad desires comes up in his mind. So in the same way, if the Muslim man is walking around, so by naturally they will put the glance, but shaitan definitely put the desires in their heart. Okay, this woman is beautiful, okay, this woman is like that. So the Quran says to draw the veils, it definitely means to draw the veils all over your face, so your face is not being visible.